Hello everybody, my name is Ray. Back to videos. Yeah, it's been a bit. Yeah, out of nowhere. It's been a bit, I know. Really thought I was gonna get back to being consistent and doing a bit more. But, you know, sometimes you just kinda get bored of trying for stuff. Haven't really found the... Okay, I answered the door. Haven't really found what exactly I want to do for content, so that's kind of why I keep, I'll like leave for a long bit of time and then come back and do a couple of videos and then disappear and come back, and I kind of just repeat over and over and over again. And don't comment on the fact that this is like the messiest, like no order to my my structure, like my thing right here. I know. When I actually feel like it, I'll organize it properly. I mean, like, this is what my farm looks like. It's this tiny thing. I also have just scarecrows spattered around. I know. Don't comment it. I know. Okay. I'm kind of just playing this game as just like a relaxing, nostalgic feel. There's nothing serious. Don't yell at me. Things will be fixed when things will be fixed. As you can see, I mean, this is fall, as seen by this. So I've been playing this game for a hot minute, I'm over here with the iridium rod, okay? And yeah, trash can. So, I know for the most part what I'm doing. I have my own stupid methods of stuff. But, for those who don't know, this is a Stardew Valley, where you essentially got a farm from your grandpa, and I think he passed away or something like that. There's a lot of like story stuff that you've missed, but you don't need to like actually see to really understand, because this isn't like the story-driven game. I mean, I'm just actively about to go down here and start fishing in this game for a good long while, because farming definitely makes a lot of cash, especially if you have like a bigger farm than what I have. But this makes a pretty good amount of cash right here. So usually, right now I'm trying to get a whole bunch of cash, because there's like a kind of a mission type thing where I've gotta get a whole bunch of money for the little squishy people. I don't remember what they're actually called. They're definitely not called the little squishy people, but there are people way up there, like these little cool things from another dimension or something like that, that you give certain resources to in each of the little spots, and then they give rewards, and then eventually you get like a really big reward. So I'm just slowly going for that. I'm fishing to get the fish ones, foraging for the forage. Also, there's one that is just, you've got to get a bunch of money. So I'm kind of fishing to hopefully kill 2 birds with 1 stone. So it'll be, I think that might actually complete the ocean one, which is pretty cool. Each thing that you pick up, there's a chance for it to have stars like this. If it's none, then that means it's just like your common basic one. Gray or silver star is a little bit better. Gold star means it's good. Purple star means, whoa, that's top tier, my guy. Yeah, and while fishing, you gotta keep the fish inside of this little green bar to fill up your green bar before you can catch it. And then there's also a chance while you're fishing for treasure to appear. Little treasure chests can have a lot of random things in it, which, you can get, minerals, you can get, the spinner and the bait that you just saw me get. I'm sure there's plenty of other wacky things you can get from them. I don't know all the miscellaneous things that you can get from treasure. Like, I do fish quite a bit, but gold. But I don't know the inner workings of all the miscellaneous items that pop up. But this game is just a real you know, it doesn't need a lot of focus, which is kind of why I'm choosing it to be the game I come back to, because you know it's real easy to just hop into this and mindlessly grind that one item. You know, there doesn't have to be like any music or loud stuff in the background, nothing to really distract me. Just me being able to mindlessly go at one action over and over again to slowly try to grind up and just beat the game, whatever beating this game is. But I'm just choosing it so that, ooh, sea cucumber, nice. But I just kind of picked it and I'm playing it so that I can kind of interact and easier to talk to you guys, just be like, hey, yeah, I know I was gone for a while, it's been a couple of months. I mean, I'm pretty sure I've almost beat Slime Rancher, so at some point I'll probably hop back in and just beat that. It'll probably be like a video or two if I want to just go for the story. I do play it from time to time, but nothing too big. It's a good game, don't get me wrong, but the repetitive nature with like no real interaction among things. Like I understand like, oh, grinding nature, and then here's me playing this game, but this game, you know, has like very low energy, low focus type of thing to it. So I don't need to, not not saying Slime Rancher needed me to, you know, exhume like an immense amount of, you know, effort and be like, oh, I gotta be, you know, constantly paying attention to every minor detail or anything like that. But, you know, it has a bit more focus and a bit more action and miscellaneous things that you gotta be paying attention to be able to kind of perform a little bit faster, and a lot of random things like, oh, know that, you know, make sure that your slimes have their food constantly, make sure your farms are being taken care of, make sure that, you know, all these like miscellaneous things. And then, you know, when you're adventuring out and not even doing the actual ranching part of the game, and you're going in for like slime hunting, or you're doing stuff for the miscellaneous people that you've traded with, so that you can get like their specialty farms and all that stuff, has like the extra bit of detail to it, you know, making a bit more effort. But this game has like, here I am fishing, and I've just got to pay attention to this fish inside of the green bar. I don't have to like, you know, not all my focus is there. But I will go back to Slime Rancher at some point to real quick beat it, so that, you know, it isn't just lingering on my channel of like the 2 or 3 videos I did of it. And I literally, if I'm not mistaken, for what I've seen, there is very little game left. Like I have, I think I've gotten every slime, because off camera, I did do a couple of things to where I'm now in like this special desert place, and I was able to find like the fire slimes or lava slimes, whatever they're called, and I got like gyro slimes and like a grass-looking slime or something like that. And I think I might have gotten one of those slime. So if I'm not mistaken, I have every slime done, so I can like mark all that off. So really, all I have to do is go and find where like the ending of the game is, because it's, you just have to hit certain. I know part of it is you have to do like sleep a certain amount of days to get a certain amount of letters from Casey, I believe it was, or Cassie. You just have to sleep a number of days to get a certain amount of letters from her, and then you finish on that part of the story, and then you have to find the ending, like, special slime temple thing, and then it's like, ooh, look at that, you found all the slimes, and you rekindled your relationship with Cassie, or something, whatever the actual plot of the game was. And then it's like, ooh, cool, beat the game. So I will eventually go back to it. I might do, you know, like a video to actually beat the game, and then do a video to kind of wrap up any loose ends, like make sure that I think it's Dr. Victor, um, the chick who was giving me the Quicksilver things, and then the guy who takes you into the primal world where you get like the feral slime stuff. I'll have to go in and complete their stuff so that all of the like miscellaneous side plots are kind of taken care of. So that will I'll get that out eventually. But for now, you'll have this video to come out. Hopefully, wow. Hopefully this video will come out today as I'm recording it. Very late at night though. And then hopefully I'll also have a video that comes out tomorrow where Jamie and I played Left 4 Dead 2, and you can see the no skill that we so close. The no skill that we actually have as we kind of mess about for definitely the first chunk of it. Hopefully there will actually be maybe a bit more Left 4 Dead 2 stuff to come out, just because it is kind of a fun game. And then hopefully other games hopefully other games will come out that I can showcase some single player things, or if I can get other people who want to record with me can record with me, and then try to expand my little community type thing. I guess just as an update to what's been happening with me. Nothing's like bad has happened, it's not like, oh, I went away because something bad has happened in my life or anything like that. It was literally just I got bored of Slime Rancher because it wasn't really going anywhere, and the game kind of I lost interest in the game itself. So I was like, alright, yeah, I'll hopefully find a new game, which started playing Stardew Valley again after a while back when I played it. Definitely a lot of fun, and I can see myself kind of playing this game as less of like your mainstay, like this is like I'm going to be a a Stardew Valley YouTuber or anything like that. I just kind of play this as visual if you want anything. As I've said in a couple of videos, usually I probably won't expect many people to sit down and watch the videos. I'm definitely, I personally do this a lot, is YouTube is kind of that background noise for me. So if you just want to listen to the kind of, what I've been told is my somewhat soothing voice when I'm talking a bit quieter and slower, having the, I guess, a deeper voice and being calm when I'm playing something such as Stardew, where it'll just be relaxed, then you'll just put me on in the background and hopefully you'll enjoy the content from what you get to hear. Or if you actually are going to watch the video, then that's pretty cool. I don't mind you, watching the video is definitely really nice. But yeah, here's Stardew. Do expect a couple of videos coming out on it, because I actually do enjoy this game, so I probably will make a video from time to time of playing Stardew, just to showcase it. But essentially, Stardew doesn't have anything too sporadic to it. You have your skills. You can go from farming, which is what should probably be like your main focus, is farming, because you're supposed to be a farmer, but I haven't really focused too much on farming. Mining, which you can level up from breaking rocks and getting ores and miscellaneous things, which you kind of naturally, like farming, you actively do, fishing, you actively do combat, you actively do. Mining, you usually don't just go in and start mining just to gain mining. Usually, for the most part, if you're clearing out your, like the land around you, like where your farm would be, stones will just randomly appear, so you can just destroy them. And then a lot of the times when you're going for combat, you go into a cave, which is up at the top, and you'll be slaying monsters. And a lot of the times, in order to advance and go down, or because you find ores in the cave during combat, you'll just gain mining. Actively fishing, as you see, I fish more than anything else because it makes a good bit of money. It makes even more money because of this. And it can waste a good bit of time. Foraging has stuff to do with, your chopping down trees, which doesn't happen all too often, but is definitely very important. Same with mining, because you need wood and stone for some crafting stuff, but especially for upgrading your farmhouse and for getting new things on your farm, such as the chicken coop, the barn, and silo and miscellaneous things like that. You'll need the wood and the mining. You also gain foraging from, like, when you go around the town, you can find miscellaneous kind of like fruits and veggie type things and other miscellaneous items. Like, anytime you pick something up and it's category, which I don't think I have any. No, I don't have any, but like the fruit, I believe, would go under foraging. And if you go, if you hover over and it says foraging on it, that'll count towards foraging skill. So it'll increase this, which will either make it to where you can get more wood. And I don't remember what the other option was, but miscellaneous things like that. And then you have your relationship stuff, which, as you can see, I'm going after Abigail just because her and Elliot, I didn't know like who I was really gonna go for when I was starting, because it was like the first few gifts that I gave to him, he was like, for the most part, I gave him a bunch of like miscellaneous items, and none of them, he never was like, oh, that's terrible, why would you give me this? He was always like real nice, and I was like, oh, that's really cool. And he also, I mean, probably isn't canon for some of the things. A lot of these are just like head canons and how I perceive the characters. Elliot has that very like outgoing vibe to where he kind of is very expressive of everything, and seems like very happy and like happy-go-lucky and always seeing like more positive style of things. He's also a writer, and he lives just up here on the beach, and he thought he could live alone, he could write better books. So I really like the fact that he's kind of like that extrovert side of me. Abigail, on the other hand, is more of the like, doesn't really like to be in crowds. A lot of times when you talk to her, like if you're coming up to like a festival or at a festival, she a lot of times will say, oh, I don't want to do this, I don't want to be in the crowd, I don't want to go to the dance with all the people there. So she kind of has that very introvert. She likes to play video games, and in my headcanon, she also is a weeb, and she kind of has that very like introvert, like wants to just stay home and relax and not do a whole bunch of stuff. So I really, I can relate with the introvert part of that, and then Elliot kind of relate with the extrovert. But as you see, I've really progressed a lot more with Abigail, the introvert part of me. With Abigail, it's been a bit easier because I got a bunch of chocolate cake from doing one of the money things. He gave me chocolate cake, and apparently she also likes pufferfish and amethyst. And then when you give her quartz, she says, I hope I can see her so I can give her this. But she says she says a line, and she's like, "Ah, thanks. You don't know how hungry I am." And it's like, Abby, please don't. That's quartz. Don't eat the quartz. But I am like kind of more focusing on Abigail. Her birthday is coming up too, and tomorrow is Elliot's birthday, which, unfortunately, I don't have anything that he likes. I can give him the clam for a normal gift on his birthday, which he'll enjoy, and hopefully, I can either get. I don't think I can get pufferfish, or I could get an amethyst or chocolate cake, but I believe she also likes blackberry pie, which is why I'm upgrading my house so that I can get my a kitchen in there, so that I can start cooking food. Because this is like my main thing to restore energy. Because I usually sell the fish rather than eating it, because it's worth a lot of money. So I'm running kind of low on these because they're only in spring. So hopefully I can get the kitchen to make better food to get better energy, and then also because Abigail likes a couple of cooked items, so I'm hopefully going to be able to get her. This is saying that you can only give 2 gifts a week, 1 a day, 2 a week, and this is saying that you have talked to the character that day. So you want to try to give positive gifts constantly to increase their how much they like you, and then you also want to talk to them every day. Some characters have single. These are saying that they're bachelor or bachelorettes, which means that you can date and marry them. If they do not have it, like these ones, they are just extra characters that have miscellaneous things. Like Robin is the person who is the construction person, so she's actually helping build my house, and she'll build items for you when you give her the resources and money. These other people will give you like kind of miscellaneous like side quests from time to time to help them out. And I'm sure, you know, Wizard here and everybody else has other miscellaneous things that you can, like if you give, like you increase towards them, you might gain benefits, like they might start discounting stuff. I don't know exactly what all the extra little bits of the romance portion on non-romantable characters are. This is map. You live here. This is Brick Farm. I am Cody on Bray Farm. Cody Bray. Cody Bray. Yes, it is spelled Break. I pronounce it Bray though. Elliot lives here. This is the fish shop. I'll show where Willie lives, if I'm not mistaken. This is like the main town right here. This is where you can buy animals for anything animal related. Leah, I haven't really done too much friendly stuff with Leah, so I don't know the specialty. You occasionally have to go to the wizard for miscellaneous quests and stuff. This is how you got to town, and I think you can eventually like take it and go to other areas. This is the spa and a train station. This, I believe, is what is this? Oh, this is like a playground and a fountain. This is a community center where the where these guys are, where you give all of these to try to, where you try to like help and give them items so that they'll give you rewards and eventually like build and fix stuff. Pierre is where you'll buy your seeds for growing and stuff. This is just like the actual medical area for, I guess, if you ever get really low on HP or energy, you can actually go there and get certain things to quickly increase. Or if you're trying to flirt with Harvey, because I believe Harvey is one of the bachelors. Yeah, Harvey is. So you can potentially go there to flirt with him, because a lot of times Harvey will be hidden at work, and then this is where Abigail lives, so a lot of times you'll see me kind of go into here just so I can interact with Abigail. These are just like miscellaneous extra houses where the characters live. You can kind of see where they live, and then you have the saloon where you can it's a saloon. It's just like food and whatchamacallits. This is where Shane lives. Everybody hates Shane. This is the carpenter shop, which is where you can get your upgrade and stuff. This is where Linus lives. He's a homeless man. Very nice though. And then this is the mines, where you can go down to mine and to do adventuring stuff. The Adventurous Guild, which is where you can get better weapons and to sell monster loot directly if you don't want to just put it in your little crate that you have right here. This is the Joja Mart. I've been told that it's evil and not to do much stuff with it because it's bad. I don't know what the issue is, but apparently it's bad. Blacksmith, which you've seen that I've gotten a couple of geodes. You can take them to here and then give them to him. He'll open them and you can get resources from them, or special things which you can take to the museum, give to Gunther, and you can put them into the museum to actually grow the museum. And when you give a certain amount of items, or certain items, which are the artifacts, he'll give you a reward. You can also upgrade your items here, your pickaxe and your axe. You can upgrade them here. And then that's what I have. I don't, you have to build, you have to fix the bridge to go here, fix the bus to go here. Something with the sewage pipe down here, which I believe there's something with, I think the kids said there's something that Gunther has the key. You have crafting, which as long as you have the resources, there's just a bunch of miscellaneous things. Each have their own functions and utilities. and then your collections, which is kind of just showing what you've gotten throughout the all the areas. This is kind of your miscellaneous finds, foraging related things for the most part. Um, then you have all of the fish, and when you hover over a fish, it'll tell you how many you've got and the biggest you've got. And then you have artifacts, which I believe these are when you give them, like certain ones, when you give them to the museum, he'll give you something in return immediately. Minerals, these are the things that you actually give to, like, donate to the museum. And then you give a certain amount of these, and he'll be like, ah, thanks, reward. Achievements, which is just like telling you in-game what you've gotten, and then if you want to go back over the letters that you have gotten all the time. Options and exit game, which I assume are fairly self-explanatory what options and exit game mean, but you will see exit game maybe if I don't just end the video during the game and I actually exit and go back to the home screen, which I might, but I also might not, because it's not that, you know, it's, ooh. Yep. So when a fish is moving super sporadically like that, they're usually like a specialty fish, like a rarer fish to find. When it's something very basic like this, where there's little to no movement, you're usually just going to catch, you know, sardine, anchovy, whatever is in season, whatever the fall fish are. But as you saw that one that was just going crazy like that, that usually is saying that it's a rarer fish. And they're rather hard to get. But if you get them, I have to concentrate. I'm hoping for a pufferfish. No. Super cucumber. That's actually interesting that it was super crazy like that, because you can catch super cucumber in, I think I was catching them last season in the summer perfectly fine. I mean, they were a little bit sporadic, but nothing like that. So it might just be sporadic because they're out of season. As I've said, I don't quite know how all of this works, like all the specifics and fine details. But your main thing also is this energy bar. You can regain energy by eating certain, like, majority of foods. Like, you can eat the fruit, you can eat seaweed, you can eat your fish and food and anything of that sort, and it'll regain energy and health if you actually do take damage, like during mining and adventuring expeditions. If you do get hit by the mobs and stuff, which isn't uncommon, you know, it's pretty easy to get hit sometimes if there are just swarming you, like during witching hour, which happens on lower floors. You might get hit, so you might want to eat these to gain a little bit of health back. And then if you ever actually drop to 0 and you continue to to consume energy and stuff, you pass out. And there is, I believe, like kind of the negative repercussion is that you miss part of the day. Like, you actually, rather than waking up at, I think it's waking up at 6, you wake up way later. Sardine. Like, you wake up way later in the day, so you have less time to do everything, and you might also start with less energy. So as you see, when you complete these ones, you'll get rewarded. And then you gotta watch him. Look at him go. Look at him. He'll deposit it into that. And then, I don't know, I think I might have all of these unlocked, so they won't unlock anymore. But it was that when you were slowly but surely unlocking them all, you would actually, like a new one of these would appear. But it looks like I have all of the ones, all of them, which I believe is just 6, because you'll have, you can't see it in that, but there's like inside the building, you might have seen that there was like a small little thing in there that was showing 6 stars on it and like a little pattern. And around town, you'll also notice that there's the symbols, not the symbols, but the kind of icons that are kind of show of once you've completed them, they'll probably light up, which the main one, which I can show real quickly, I think, is this one right here, which whatever, no, I want, whenever you actually complete everything, that'll probably light up and do whatever it's supposed to do. I don't know exactly what it does though. Oh, wait. So, but the reason why I haven't gone to bed is I've got to, so yeah, fertilizer, these allow you to warp to the beach rather than walking there. And for the most part, it's always sell all, come back, sell all these fished items, like that. Reason why I'm not like getting rid of the, I have a recycler so I can put the trash there, which is why I'm not getting rid of that. And usually I would get rid of like mined items like quartz and all that, but Abigail likes quartz, so I do want to keep some on me, so if when I see her, I can go up and I can give them to her so that she's like, oh, thank you, and I can start getting a little bit more storage with her. So that's kind of the reason why a lot of times you'll see me hanging on to quartz more often than I hang on to anything. I don't really have to do anything with my farm because it's an auto. I have a sprinkler. I'm having trouble finding my sickle. So this right here, this is the silo and the coop. When you have a silo, if you ever hit grass, okay, I think there's supposed to be a 50% chance. It seems to just be unlucky all the time, but there's supposed to be a 50% chance for it to turn to hay, which auto collects into, like, you don't have to go and deliver it or anything. It auto collects into the silo, and then you have to use the all the grass, all the hay that you get, which you can just buy from Marnie instead of collecting it, because grass doesn't always grow. Although I think you can buy grass seeds from Pierre. You can feed your chickens so that they don't die and they stay happy and are able to continuously produce eggs. And then I'm sure that you also need to do it for all the other miscellaneous animals that will slowly be gaining throughout the time of playing this game. No, give an egg. So, as you see here, this is Space Bob. Everything on this farm is kind of going to be based on the community and the stuff that is around my YouTube stuff. Space Bob, which I'm sure most people probably don't know or remember. Space Bob, way back when my channel had a lot of Madden and WWE content, Space Bob was the person who I did WWE content with, where I would go to his house and we would make our predictions for pay-per-view events, and then I'd watch them with him, and then the next day I would make my review on the actual event, on like kind of what I thought of it and all how the matches went and stuff. And then HD Bear, who I think I've probably mentioned from time to time. HD Bear is the person who created my logo, my little profile pic that you guys get to see every time you're on my channel. That nice little drawn thing is, she drew me a while back, and that's not quite how I look now, just because it's been a while, but that is my profile pic. So she's kind of she's a really good friend, and she's also, like, if I ever do need art stuff and art related things, I'll probably, she'll probably be my artist, hopefully, if she doesn't mind. So if I remember, I'll try to put her art account in the description, or if I don't remember to put it in the description, then I'll at least, I'll try to put it in a description at some point, so that, you know, you guys can check her out and show her love and support for, the kind of stuff, for the bit of stuff that she's done for me and the channel. Don't quite know how this thing works, so I'm just gonna lightning put it there. So she's really been, helpful in that aspect. This is like a little cave that Demetrius set up to where it would have either grown mushrooms for you, or it would attract bats, and the bats will drop random fruit from time to time. So you can get fruit that is out of season, which is helpful. This is my cat, which my cat's name is Jamie. This was the first animal that I got, and the first one that I named, so I of course named it with currently the closest person to the channel, which is James, or James the Shapeshifter, who we do a lot of videos and collaboration stuff together, so you will often hear, something related with her, whether it's the fact that, I think it should go out tomorrow, but there should be a video with her tomorrow. We've done Slime Rancher a couple of times. If you guys are also sub to her, then you probably would have seen me on some of her videos, and especially from time to time in her streams, kind of being like an extra piece there. A lot of times, like, I'll be the voice on some things if she's trying to... Abigail isn't in right now. I don't know her exact pathing, so I don't know where she would be right now. So if you do, if you guys are also following and sub to James, then you would have seen me quite often on her channel. Because I don't upload anywhere near as much, you probably wouldn't have seen her as much on my channel compared to me on hers. But that's just because I don't upload and do stuff quite as much as she does. But, no, ooh, that's a good grab right here. So, there's that. But yeah, so that's kind of, hopefully there won't be too much, like, extra things to do. As I'm getting more things to name, I'm hoping that I can continue with the channel, because, having the small community that I'm in with all this type of stuff is really nice, and hopefully I'm back to uploading, a bit more regularly rather than the very sporadic. Elliot, get over here. Let me wish you a happy birthday. I don't know what Elliot likes. I don't think I have anything that Elliot likes, do I? I might be able to find a coral or a shell over here. But, hopefully I'm back to uploading at least once a week. Okay. So that, I've tried not to have all these really big breaks, but, if I'm not in a constant recording mood... Uh-oh, where did he go? Probably went up here somewhere. I don't know anyone's pathing, so I don't know where people... Ah. Get over here, you big old dummy. Let me give you this coral. A birthday gift. Yes. So hopefully I'll be able to do that with Abigail, but with items she loves, so that I get a smooch. But yeah, uploading hopefully more regularly, so that way, the content just comes out better. As long as I don't get bored of this game, and I think I found out what the issue with Isaac was, so no longer will, for whatever reason, the capture be upside down. Hopefully I fixed it so that it'll actually be, it'll look proper, so that way I can post that, because I like Isaac. It's something that I play a good bit. So hopefully I'll be able to do it enough so that you guys can also watch and enjoy it, and it'll just be more content to put out, and hopefully I'll be able to find more games to play more often. I have you know, of course, I have Stardew, which I can play from time to time, and just go over more fine details next time I do this, rather than like the recap of where I've been and stuff, and like the very uh, absent-minded kind of stuttering style that I do a lot of times when I'm in a longer video and I don't quite know what I'm really gearing towards. Right now I'm just kind of showing what the whole area looks like. I have been fishing a decent amount, so I don't really need to. Hopping in here, you can go down one level at a time, or every 5 you get a new one. So there's that. And then right over here, this little building, well, little, but this building is the Adventurous Guild, and further over is a broken bridge to like a kind of spooky looking area, which hopefully I'll be able to complete that. And if you've noticed all of these little things, those are the what I assume will like light up and like symbolize like, hey, yeah, this is, you know, you have completed this section's requirements from here. So slowly but surely I'll get it all done. So yeah, so hopefully, you know, I'll be able to get more just miscellaneous content out. I am hoping that I will be able to get, no, I didn't bring the other stuff with me. Oof. I'll hopefully be able to get all the other miscellaneous small stuff done with this little 6-sided thing. But, you know, Isaac should start coming out, which means that there might be daily content depending on if I want to record or if I'm able to record every day a video of Isaac. And then hopefully, you know, more games will come out that I'll be able to, you know, either play by myself and showcase off. Well, not really showcase, but, you know, play and talk and react to while I'm playing the game. And then hopefully, maybe I can find more people to play with so that there can be like more occasional, like duet videos, whatever you want to call them. So, you know, if James is able to record more, or if I get a new person to record with, or more games to record with other people, then, you know, certainly do expect that, because this is a lot of what I'm hoping for the channel, is to just slowly grow the community and slowly add more games into the channel, more people for the channel, so it's not just me being absent-minded all the time, or these kind of like slower, how do I like, disoriented, I guess, videos. Did I see that? Yeah. It'll be, you know, a bit more ordered and a bit more choreographed, having more people in it, having more time to interact with people, so that is a bit more fun. Better. Man, this is tasty. Am I only gonna get green algae from this? Something tells me I'm only gonna get green algae, but I'm gonna keep fishing anyways. So, hopefully I'll be able to do more with other people and just get more content out. Maybe try to stay a bit more up to date with games that are coming out. Like, I definitely would like to try, what is it? It just came out, the Valheim, whatever it is. The kind of, like, I think it's supposed to be Viking. At least the name kind of suggests that, but the playstyle looks very fun, kind of like broken engine physics, and then with like it's so sporadic from what I've seen of other creators playing it. It definitely does seem like it's going to be right up my alley for playstyle of no real goal most of the time, and you're kind of just like sporadically doing crazy dumb things just to have fun and play the game. So hopefully I'll start playing that at some point. Maybe, you know, I'll try to see if I can't get somebody else to play it with me, so it has the you know, like a group team to it, just to have like all that messing around and kind of feed off other people's chaotic energies, which always really builds to the video. Because I'm sure not, yeah, I'm sure you guys don't want every single one of my videos to be kind of this, where you get my more almost monotone voice, the very relaxed, softer voice, where it's just a lot of talking, no real goal or need or thought in the video. It is just, you know, go throughout the video, let things go as they may, have words just come out of my mouth, you know, having, I'm sure this is some people's type of video. For me, is the more uh, relaxed, kind of all over the place video, but I would certainly like to try to have my videos be a little bit more focused, have some type of goal in mind, something to actually talk about after I finish like the two things that I was hoping to bring up, which the main things I just wanted to say why I was gone. No actual issues with me, so oh, don't need a smallmouth bass. So you know, don't need to worry about that. Nothing happened, nothing's wrong. Just kind of took a break because I didn't really have anything to do. Hopefully I'm back. And then I also want to explain, of course, you know, I always like to explain like the possible future of the channel, you know, what may happen, there it is, happen later on, you know, what will happen, you know, what other content can be expected, what other, you know, pieces of the puzzle should you expect, should you be ready for to come up at random times, what should, you know, am I going to continue taking long breaks like this? Hopefully not. There probably will be, of course, until I get like a full proper regimen of what I want to do for the channel. This is probably what the channel is going to be the very random having to hop back in after a while and I have no clue where Abigail is. You know, not have to do this too often, where it's hopping in and being like, oh, let me explain for the 15th time of why I left randomly and where I've been for the past, you know, X amount of time, you know. Oh, have quartz. Oh, talk to. Okay, so she hangs out in the saloon on Friday nights. Apparently she's in a band. She's like the drum of the band for these two. I believe it's these two. She's in a band. It's pretty cool. So yeah, hopefully I don't want to be, you know, I don't mind these videos where it's like the slower paced, kind of relaxed mood, but I certainly would prefer to get a actual, like, you know, like a video series out where it's like, oh hey, every day I'm able to upload, you know, talking about, you know, playing this game or doing this thing, and you know, I really want to get that more almost proper pace, that proper feel to things, rather than how a lot of my videos do go, where you guys get this type of thing. Whoa, yeet in the bed, awesome. Move to a corner. This is pretty cool. Wow. Oh, do I have to know the recipe to know how to make? Oh, I probably have to know the recipe on how to make a, to make that blackberry pie, huh? I don't just know it automatically. Oh, I can put all my food into that. That's pretty cool. Wow, that's awesome. She's building on the right side of the house the entire time, and somehow the left side has got affected. We don't ask questions here, but I'm asking the question, how? Take the... Oh, I did have a sweet pea. I could have given him that. Oh, oh, mahogany seed. Give me all the geodes. But yeah, so sorry. That is kind of what I'm hoping to be the expected approach of the channel. I'm not going to promise and say like, yeah, that's definitely all of these things I'm saying. These are 100% going to happen. No, I really can't make that promise, and I won't try to make that promise because I'm telling you now, I will drift away and I will forget and do other things all the time just because of how forgetful and like kind of distant I can be, just because I'm not always thinking of exactly, I'm not planning 10 steps ahead a lot of the time. So don't expect things to be coming out constantly, in a proper manner. They will, unfortunately it is that, they'll come out when I can get them out, type of feel to them, which I know isn't like the best, it isn't what I really should be doing, because it doesn't really, like, help the channel too much, the fact that it's so sporadic and stuff, but unfortunately that just kind of is what it is, but I'm hoping that I will get into a more regular basic thing. It is a thunderstorm, and I have a lightning rod out, which apparently, like, makes it so I can make batteries or something. I don't know. But yeah, so hopefully I will get into, like, a more, regulated, proper feel to everything, rather than constantly being all over the place, having the real crazy stuff. But once I do get, what video series I want out, what do I want my channel to more properly look like, then hopefully that'll allow me to just make the content as regularly and as often as I want to, rather than this whole kind of crazy ordeal, I guess. I do want to keep anyone who is, the few people who are sub to me, or, the booms that I randomly get where I'll have, like, a video have a bunch of extra views on it. I do want, hopefully that style to continue. I know, like, I have changed what type of content I make a good bit of times. Like, I used to make Madden content with the occasional vlog being done through Pokemon Go, which was just kind of me like, hey, I just, I want to have, like, vlog and have a bit of time to more properly talk so that you guys can kind of get to know me a bit better, which it worked. I was able to, all of those videos are gone, but, it was like, that's how they were able to go. It was just be like background appearance of Pokemon Go with the main focal point, and then, like, the main talking being for me to tell, like, hey, this is what I do, this is the stuff about me. Hi, I'm Cody, I'm a big old Dumbkins who likes anime and plays video games a lot. And then it veered from a lot of sports content of Madden and WWE later on, and it turned to oh, okay. So you don't give him ores. You're just supposed to mine ores. Okay. Well, clearly I'm the idiot. I do have geodes actually, but, veering from that, and then it was like a huge break, and then all of a sudden I come back and you know, all of those old videos are gone. Like, there's no more Madden, there's no more the WWE, there's none of those vlogs are left. And now all the channel was, it was like, oh, here's some Dokkan content. You know, here's Dokkan content. Oh, here's another thing of Dokkan. And it was like starting to get into anime, and then kind of took a break just because, like I didn't have the money to really put into growing the Dokkan that I did, and then I did get like a good bit of money to start kind of really going into the game and kind of helping my channel grow that way, which my channel definitely did grow a decent bit as, you know, I started posting that type of content. People seem to have really enjoyed the anime stuff that I put out, which was really good to see that people were enjoying the kind of smaller miscellaneous things that I did, as slow as they were, and then as, you know, they kind of had a boon when I started really putting out the content, and then it just kind of grew and grew until, you know, I was able to get you know, there was a time where I was getting, you know, 20, 30, you know, views on the videos when I would put them out, just because, you know, they're like throughout time, throughout like the week, you know, they would get a bit of views, but then, you know, I stopped uploading, and it seemed like, oh yeah, everything will slow down, because if I'm not posting, then there's not new content to watch, and it's not like, you know, the old content was, you know, some incredibly, like, easy thing to rewatch over and over again. It really did kind of slow after a while, but, you know, I understand it, and hopefully this type of content will be, like, whatever I am going to start putting out will have a bit more replay value and, like, a better hook to get people in to actually want to sit down and watch it more often. So he doesn't sell it. I don't know where to get the recipe, because I don't think you can just make it. Because I do know from, like, kind of playing this game before, I do know how, yeah, it's Farmer Cody. You can just call me Cody. I do kind of understand it. Yeah, I wasn't expecting Pure to have it, but I was hoping. Maybe the JoJo Mart will have it if they're open right now. But, you know, like, switching from the anime over to randomly doing Slime Rancher, as I think the first video back was a Slime Rancher video with Jamie, and then more Slime Rancher stuff, and then I kind of dropped off again after a few videos, and now hopefully I'm back for a good bit of time, and you know, you'll be able to properly enjoy all of what I do. Oh, you just sell exactly what Pierre sells, but worse because you're not Pierre. Shoot, I don't know where to get the recipe then, if I even need it. I don't know. But, you know, hopefully I'll be back at a more regular time, so I have less of those. Just randomly leaving and kind of losing out a bit on the content that I'm able to put out. Hopefully I'll be more of a regular again, so that you guys can watch and enjoy and have a, you know, a YouTuber who isn't just an idiot who doesn't ever upload because he's bad at what he does, which, I mean, if that's not why you watch me because I'm bad at the game, then I don't really know why you watch me, but you know, hopefully things will go back to normal and you guys will have your normally scheduled videos of I, the Dummy Dumbkins himself, doing things that only a Dummy Dumbkins can do. Which, if you don't know what that is, it's being a Dummy Dumbkins. I don't know how you didn't guess that. But hopefully I'll be back. Hopefully this isn't just a one-time thing. Hopefully you guys should see this video, hopefully, out today. And then do expect, a video out tomorrow also. And then hopefully there should also be... Wow, where is my hoe? Hopefully you should also see a video the next day, maybe the next, and it'll just keep going, and I will do this. I will hopefully have an actual, like, day. I will actually have a upload schedule of sorts, so that you guys can properly enjoy the small bit of content, whether, however good or bad it may be, you'll hopefully at least have content that comes out. How do I want to format this? I'm thinking just straight up no spaces, right? Like if I don't space them or anything, and then I just straight up start going. That's not what I wanted. Okay. Yeah, and then I'll have... Because I've also got to be able to get scarecrows. I don't know what, like, the range has a limited radius, about 8 tiles. So that means that if I were to... What am I... Swelling? Okay. So, I don't want to do this, but hopefully, I'll be able to get the proper, start off my channel to entertain, and I'll be back. So, do expect more. Do expect better, too. Okay, what? 1, 2, 3... I mean, what do you mean? Like, it's just a... You place here, and then he covers this zone? Is that what that's saying? So if I place... like this, then you've got this area covered, and then you got this area covered? Maybe? But yeah, so do expect more stuff. I'm probably gonna wrap it up here because I'm getting a bit more focused on this and a little bit distracted, more distracted than I already am. So I'm back, hopefully. Do spread the news. If you guys did enjoy this more quiet, relaxed, simpler video, then consider hitting the like button and commenting something. It lets me know that you're excited for me to be back and that you enjoy whatever bit of miscellaneous content that I am able to put out when I'm able to put it out. If you guys didn't like it, well, then you can hit the little dislike button, engage on the channel. It's always helpful, no matter what you do in that style. If you guys want to know when I upload, the best way to know is by subscribing. But that does it for this video. Bye, guys!